You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone. You know, it feels like the tech world just keeps accelerating, doesn't it? Always something new, sometimes massive changes, sometimes just those little interesting details.
Absolutely. It never stops.
So today, let's maybe dig into some recent web dev happenings. This is The Vocal Technologist, and we're going to try and quickly unpack what's actually going on.
Sounds good. Think of it as a quick trip through some key insights. We'll look at some big shifts, maybe some surprising details that came up recently.
Okay, let's jump right in then. Shopify. I mean, what they pulled off recently sounds, well, pretty huge.
Oh, yeah. The React Native migration.
Exactly. Migrating their two biggest apps, Shopify Mobile and Point of Sale, to React Native's new architecture. That's a fundamental shift, right?
No.
Better performance, the Fabric renderer?
It is. And the scale is just massive. Millions of merchants relying on those apps.
And they kept doing weekly releases through the whole thing. That's like changing the engine on a plane while it's flying.
Uh-huh. Yeah, pretty much.
What?
And what's fascinating is how they did it. It wasn't just a big bang switch.
Right, you can't really do that at their scale.
No way. Their strategy was all about minimizing code changes, making sure everything worked on both architectures during the transition. Dual compatibility was key.
So, like, build it to work on the old and the new simultaneously.
Exactly. They still hit snags, of course.
Okay.
Things like state batching behaving weirdly, blank screens popping up. You know, the usual fun stuff in a big migration.
Oh, I bet. Nightmare fuel.
But they tackled it systematically. It just shows that these huge transitions, they are manageable if you plan meticulously. You
Right.
can modernize without, breaking everything for your users.
That's a great takeaway. Planning in incremental steps. Okay, moving from that massive feat to something maybe more directly impacting the day-to-day developer experience.
Ah, okay. Well, that leads nicely into React Fast Refresh.
Right. The official hot module replacement, HMR. What's the real magic there? Is it just faster reloading?
It's more than just speed, though it is fast. The key thing is that it preserves your application state.
Okay, so when you change a component,
Yeah, you edit a component, maybe a hook, and only that part updates. Your app state, like form inputs or component variables, stays exactly as it was. No full page reload needed.
that sounds incredibly useful. It keeps you in the flow, right?
Exactly. It cuts out that constant mental reset you get with full reloads, makes the feedback loop almost instant. Developers can just stay focused.
I can see how that speeds things up, but also just makes coding feel better.
Totally. It uses some clever Babel transformations at compile time and a runtime system to track components. It's pretty neat tech. It does fall back gracefully to a full reload if you edit something that's not a React component, or if you make a syntax error, so it's robust too.
Makes sense. So speaking of developer experience and tools, the framework debate never really ends, does it?
Haha, no. It just evolves.
I've seen chatter about more efficient than React's virtual DOM diffing.
That's the claim, yeah. It compiles components away, working more directly with the DOM. Plus, some developers feel it aligns better with, standard web platform APIs.
Interesting. And then there's Ripple, another new one.
Yeah, Ripple's pretty ambitious. It's a TypeScript UI framework trying to synthesize the best bits of React, Solid, and Svelte.
So like reactive state, JSX style syntax, but with that fine-grained performance.
That's the goal. Full TypeScript support, good VS Code integration. It really highlights how much innovation is still happening in this space. People are constantly searching for that perfect blend of performance and developer ergonomics.
Always something new to learn. Okay, shifting gears completely. This one feels like a bit of web trivia, but apparently it matters. Set time out.
Ah, yes, the zero that isn't zero.
Right. I always sort of assumed it meant run this code as soon as humanly possible, like right after the current task. But it's not immediate.
Nope, not quite. Browsers often delay it, typically by about 4 milliseconds, sometimes more, depending on the browser and the situation.
Why? Why would they do that?
It's actually a performance and battery saving measure. Browsers throttle these timers, especially nested ones, to stop websites from, basically spamming set time out and potentially hogging the CPU or draining the battery.
Huh. So the browser is protecting the user from potentially badly behaved scripts.
Exactly. It means if you need really precise timing, like for smooth animations, set timeout isn't always your best bet.
Yeah.
You probably look at request animation frame or maybe web workers for things that need to happen off the main thread.
Good to know. So it's a browser optimization, not just a random quirk. Okay, We've gone from huge migrations to tiny timing details. Let's talk about bringing it all together in teams, collaboration.
Right, keeping things stable when lots of people are contributing code.
Merge queues. They seem to be becoming standard practice now, right? Weren't they kind of a niche thing before?
They definitely started more niche. You had tools like Boars in the Rust community, or Homu. But yeah, the core idea is now mainstream.
And the core idea is,
Essentially, it's about protecting your main branch. Instead of merging a pull request straight in, and then maybe finding out it breaks something when combined with other recent merges.
which happens all the time.
Right. A merge queue takes the pull request, combines it with the latest version of the main branch that includes other recently approved changes, runs all the tests on that combined code, and only merges if everything passes.
Ah, so it tests the future state of main before committing to it.
Precisely. It prevents integration issues before they hit the main code base. It's become so vital that platforms like GitLab and GitHub now have this functionality built in, simplifying CI/CD pipelines immensely. It's about confidence in your releases.
That makes a ton of sense for keeping development velocity high without constant breakages. What a journey we've taken.
Yeah, from huge migrations at Shopify to developer tools like Fast Refresh, new frameworks like Solid and Ripple, browser nuances with set timeout, and finally, these crucial engineering practices like merge queues.
It really covers a lot of ground. The web landscape is just so dynamic.
It really is. And maybe that leaves us with a thought for you listening. Considering all this innovation, performance, dev experience, stability, what part of web development do you think is poised for the next really big leap? And how might you be involved in that?
Ooh, excellent question to ponder. Something for everyone to think about. Well,
Ah.
thank you for joining us for this session. Keep learning, keep building, and we'll catch you next time.
Spoken Tech for your ears.